This is the original electric skateboard that I built specifically for doing long distance trips on. My last trip with it was like 2 years ago now, actually a little over 2 years. And when I was just about home, one of my wheels popped off on the front truck. And unfortunately, that resulted in my truck cheese gratering against the pavement, and it just completely messed up the axle. It was done. It has to be replaced. So today we're finally taking that electric skateboard and repairing it to a rideable state and taking it out on a test ride. But before we get into today's video, a word from my sponsor, me. I wrote a novel. It's called The Storyteller, and it's a biotech conspiracy thriller about an FBI trainee named Quinn who finally meets the legendary crime scene analyst she's idolized, only to find out that the woman is broken, hunted, and connected to a 20-year-old government genetic engineering program called 12 Months. If you like character-driven thrillers with speculative elements, this will be right up your alley. It's available now in paperback, ebook, and is on Kindle Unlimited. Links are in the description and pinned comment, and thank you if you check it out. It means a lot. Okay, now back to the video. This board is the OG, man. This is where all of the electric skateboard backpacking stuff originated from. I've done quite a lot of trips on this board, and if you want to catch up on them, check out the playlist I've linked at the top of the screen. This thing is a piece of history for the channel. I'm not gonna let it die. I want to keep it around. So that front truck, it obviously has to be fully replaced. So I ordered a replacement from OneTigris, the company that made the original kit I built the board with in the first place. It is a newer design because my board is so old, they don't make the original anymore. However, it's the same dimensions, so it's a 1-to-1 swap. I also had some extra wheels laying around from my last repair where I lost a wheel in the rear. So I also did a complete wheel and bearing swap on the front as well. So it's all new hardware up front. And after getting that all bolted down, it actually looks really nice. I also wanted to do some maintenance in the rear with the drivetrain, and man, after taking a look at it, it is in a lot rougher condition than I first thought. The bearings in the rear wheels look really nasty, but thankfully they're actually all right. With the motors and the belts and everything, one side looked okay, but the other side looked a lot rougher condition, like tears in the belt and that. So I decided to basically replace almost everything on that side with the drivetrain. And once I took apart that side, I found some things that really made me start to worry about how much life this board has left in it, at least with the motors and everything. First thing I noticed is that the motor mount is actually loose. It has a lot of play, and I never noticed that before. And the second thing is that the drive pulley itself actually also has a lot of play. I tried screwing around with the set screw. It doesn't want to go in any deeper than it actually is. I think I've just worn it out to the point where it just dug into the shaft, and now it just has a little bit of play on it. I don't know if there's anything I could do about that other than a complete swap of the motor and everything. Probably at some point in the nearest future, if I want to keep using this board, I'm going to have to completely replace the entire drivetrain stack. It's just seen so much wear and tear. I've put so many miles on it out on the trail that I think it's just reaching the end of its lifespan. But replacing all of that, that's going to be a problem for a different day. We'll consider that phase 2 of the touring Eskate rebuild. For now, we've repaired it to a rideable state, and it's been a little over 2 years since the last time I rode on this thing, so let's actually take it out on a test ride. Oh man, it's so good to feel the torque of this board, man. Nothing else I own has quite as much power as this thing does. Definitely hear that something's wrong with one of the motors. It's been like that for a while. Ever since that one trip I did with it, where it got really wet. I don't know, some dirt or something got in there, and now it's made this clicking, buzzing noise ever since then. So while I was doing maintenance in the first part of this video there, I showed you that one of the motor mounts is loose. So there's these set screws on the back. I think that's what tightens it up against the actual truck. I don't have an Allen key with me, but I think I can actually fix it so that it doesn't have any play. And yeah, like I said, I don't know how much life this drivetrain has left. It's seen a lot of miles. And this board is old, man. Like, how long has it been with this channel? I'll link you to the very first trip I did with it up at the corner of the screen there. This is the OG, man. It's been with us since the beginning. But out of anything I own, this thing has the most amount of torque from a standstill. Watch how easily my board crushes this hill test. Very easily. So the board seems fine, but I think I might actually have to cut my test ride short, because if you could see on the remote here, it's only got 1 bar. Now the thing is, I did plug it in to charge at the same time I plugged in the battery for this thing hours ago, so it didn't charge, which makes me worry that I might have to replace the remote somehow, which this is an old board. I don't even know if I can. So I'm gonna call this test ride short and get home before my remote runs out of juice. But hey, at least I managed to figure out that I'm not completely screwed with that rear motor mount, and I can actually try and tighten it and see if I can get that play to go away. And thankfully with the remote, it turns out that I was just a little bit dumb. When I got home, I tried plugging it into a USB-A to USB-C connection, and thankfully that actually did charge the remote. Now that I think about it, I do remember that that remote does not like to be plugged into USB-C to USB-C, and now the board is in a usable state. I'm really glad to have it back in circulation. And if you're new to the channel, I've done all kinds of backpacking on this electric skateboard and some other newer ones, so go check that out if you're into that shit.